Have you ever seen a child make a birthday wish with no cake to blow candles on? This is the story of an orphan girl whose only dream was something so simple, yet so powerful. She didn't wish for toys, clothes, or riches. All she wanted was a small birthday cake. But what she received instead was far beyond her imagination, and it left an entire town in tears. It was a cold evening in a small, quiet town. In the corner of an old orphanage lived a little girl named Sarah, only 8 years old. She had big, curious eyes and a smile that could light up even the darkest room. But behind her smile was a heart full of longing. Sarah was different from the other children. While most kids laughed, played, and shared dreams about their future, Sarah's dreams were simpler. She never wished for dolls or dresses. She never asked for chocolates or toys. Her dream was far smaller. But to her, it was everything. Sarah had never celebrated a birthday before. She didn't even know the taste of cake, the sound of a birthday song sung just for her, or the joy of blowing out candles. Every year, she would quietly watch other children's birthdays in the orphanage, clapping politely, smiling sweetly, but deep inside, her heart whispered a little prayer. Her 9th birthday was only a week away. She didn't tell anyone about her wish. But late at night, when everyone else was asleep, she folded her little hands, closed her eyes, and whispered, "God, I don't want anything big. I just want one cake. My very own birthday cake." The days passed slowly. Sarah went about her chores, helping younger children eat, sweeping floors, folding clothes. The caretakers often said she was the most responsible little one, but no one knew her secret wish. Every time she walked past the bakery on her way to school, she pressed her face against the glass window. Inside, cakes stood beautifully decorated with chocolate, cream, and strawberries. Children laughed with their parents as they picked their favorite. Sarah would stare for a long time, her breath fogging the glass, before she slowly walked away. She imagined the feeling of holding a cake with her name on it. She imagined blowing candles while friends clapped. She imagined cutting it, sharing it, and tasting that first bite. Her birthday was only one day away. Sarah's heart beat faster every time she thought about it. She didn't know how it would happen. She didn't know if it ever could. But she held on to her wish, like a secret treasure in her tiny heart. Because sometimes hope is all a child has. The morning of Sarah's 9th birthday came. She woke up quietly, pretending it was just another day. But deep inside, her heart was racing. She brushed her hair neatly, wore her cleanest dress, and tried to smile. But as the day went on, reality began to sink in. The other children laughed, played, and asked her why she was dressed so nicely. She didn't answer. She just kept waiting. Waiting for something, anything. At lunch, the orphanage kitchen served the same food as always, rice and lentils. No cake, no candles. No happy birthday. The caretaker, busy and tired, didn't even remember what day it was. Sarah forced a smile as she ate quietly, her eyes filling with tears she refused to let fall. She didn't want the younger children to see her sadness. Later at school, she sat silently in the back of the classroom. Some children had overheard it was her birthday. Instead of kindness, a few laughed at her. "Where's your cake, Sarah?" one boy teased. "Maybe she doesn't even know what a birthday cake tastes like," another whispered cruelly. Their words cut deep. Sarah lowered her head, hiding her tears. She wanted to disappear. When the school bell rang, she walked home slowly, her small hands clenched tightly. She passed the bakery again, her eyes fixed on the cakes displayed in the window. But she didn't stop this time. She walked straight ahead, her heart heavy. Back in the orphanage, she curled up in her little bed. The other children played in the yard, but Sarah stayed inside, holding her pillow close. For the first time, she whispered to herself, maybe some dreams never come true. Her small chest shook as she cried quietly, making sure no one could hear. That night, the sky was full of stars. But for Sarah, the world felt darker than ever. The next morning, something unexpected happened. Sarah woke up to the sound of footsteps in the orphanage hall. She rubbed her eyes and sat up. Suddenly, the door opened, and in walked the kind old baker from the shop she always stopped by. He was holding a large box in his hands. Behind him came neighbors, shopkeepers, even a few classmates. They were all smiling warmly. The baker set the box on the table and gently opened it. Inside was the most beautiful cake Sarah had ever seen. White frosting, colorful sprinkles, and in the middle, written in chocolate, "Happy birthday, Sarah." Her tiny hands flew to her mouth. Tears streamed down her cheeks. She couldn't believe it. The children gathered around, clapping and singing, "Happy birthday." For the very first time in her life, the song was for her. Sarah closed her eyes, made a wish, and blew out the candles. She didn't even care what she wished for anymore, because at that moment, her biggest dream had already come true. When she cut the cake, her hands trembled. She gave the first piece to the younger children, smiling through her tears. She took a small bite herself, and her face lit up with pure joy. The room was filled with laughter, clapping, and happiness. The caretaker standing at the corner wiped her eyes. She realized she had forgotten something important, but the kindness of strangers had reminded everyone of the power of love. That day, Sarah didn't just get a birthday cake. She got something far greater. She discovered that even if life seems lonely, there are people out there with hearts big enough to make a child's dream come true. Her wish had started as a whisper in the night, but it ended as a song sung by many voices, filling the orphanage with hope. Sometimes, the smallest wish can carry the deepest meaning. For Sarah, a birthday cake was more than food. It was love, belonging, and joy. One act of kindness can turn despair into a memory of hope. Never underestimate the power of a simple gesture. Because for someone, your kindness might be the miracle they've been praying for.